I beat Minecraft with my huge, massive, throbbing sock. And that sock was on my much smaller, much less throbbing, uh, um, your, dick? Yeah. So how'd I do that? Listen, it's not like I'm slamming it on my keyboard. We're going with an elegant solution here. I tore up a controller and I ripped out all the wiring and all the electronics and everything, and then I got some of the buttons so that this would look sort of good, and I just sort of rigged it up as best as I could to hopefully not electrocute me, because I would hate to get electrocuted there. Some people are into that. I hope that's not you. Actually, you know what? If it is you, that's up to you. I don't care. Tell me about it in the comments if you want. Now, the special thing about this sock that everybody's going to find really interesting, and is the only reason that I can possibly use it, is that it is Garfield on it. It's great. It is Garfield on it. I love Garfield. He's a cat. He hates Mondays. He eats lasagna. Dude, I'm a cat. I hate Mondays. I eat lasagna. I'm him. Now, edit me into Garfield and then explode me. Now, if you're looking at this and you're thinking, that looks like the worst piece of garbage I've ever seen in my life, and I bet that it barely works or doesn't work at all, you're right. It is the worst piece of garbage you've ever seen in your life, and it does barely work. It was a bit of a disaster, but I figured it out. Okay. We have the contraption set up. Looks like it works. I can jump, I can walk a little bit. That's really... Okay, it's a little finicky. It's like its own joystick. Like I'm piloting a helicopter or something. Okay, well, door's easy. Can I jump? Ah, hell yeah, I can. Okay, let's do some parkour. This is simple. This is baby games for me, my dick. 360! Alright, jump, diagonal jump! Jump for chicken, jump for steak. I'm the king. I did that all with my, yeah. Inventory's simple. Okay, this is all working a lot better than I thought it would. Cool. First of all, you gotta think about the different type of speedruns. This is the first decision to make when you're deciding to speedrun Minecraft. I went with set seed because a random seed involves a lot of things like the RNG and world generation. I need to be able to practice it very quickly in short intervals because I'm not very good at speedrunning. I tried it before on a random seed and it took me 5.5 hours. Oh my god. The seed that I ended up going with was this one. Not important. Let's get into how you beat this seed. First of all, you have to dig in here. You're into a ravine now, and you have to hit this cobweb. So you're in the ravine and you hit the cobweb. From there, there's this chest. You need to get this chest because it has iron armor in it. That's a chest plate and boots, and it also has an iron pickaxe, which you're going to need to kill a skeleton. And you need to kill a skeleton because you need to get this bow and this arrow, because bows and arrows in 1.12.2, to my understanding, have this very interesting glitch where the damage is based on momentum, and so you can sort of glitch yourself to have infinite momentum and then do infinite damage one-shotting the dragon. How do you do that? I don't fucking know. It hits you, you shoot at the right time, something like that. So just like that, you've beaten Minecraft. Beaten? You know what I'm beating? Minecraft with my mouse and keyboard. I wanted to get the seed down first with that because I could just practice it quicker on mouse and keyboard. I'm gonna be honest, I don't play games with my... very often. I don't do that a lot. I usually only play with myself like that. I don't like to do video games. It's very difficult because it's big and floppy. Well, it's floppy and it's not very good at hitting the keys, so that's why I had to do the sock. I land and fucking mobs everywhere, fucking everywhere. So many fucking skeletons out here, you'd think it's like my backyard or something. So I knew how to speedrun. I had a level of intimacy with this seed that I've only ever achieved with your mom. I was ready to start actually trying to beat it with my peanut butter penetrator, my mangina, my throbbing jangler, and that's what I did. However, it was difficult. This is not an easy task. Nobody to my knowledge, has ever beaten Minecraft this way. There were bound to be difficulties, the first of which being mobs. I died to every single mob imaginable. Skeletons, zombies, creepers. I even died to silverfish at one point, and it was a low point in my life. I didn't know if I had it in me to keep going, but that was when my penis perked up again, and I knew that I could keep perusing this peevil dungeon. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other P words. So I made it to the end with my you-know-what. A great feat, an amazing task, something no one has done before, but there was still one thing left in my path, and that was the Ender Dragon, who is a fucking dragon, and I being but a man. Oh, God. I'd look him in the eyes, and he'd look me in the eyes. And he would fly towards me, and I would pull my bow back, and then he'd kill me. And we'd do it again, and then I would look at an Enderman, and then the Enderman would kill me, and then I'd do it again. And I'd look at the dragon, and he'd look at me, and I'd pull back my bow, and then I would get killed by him again, and then an Enderman again, until one fateful try. Before that, however, there were many times that I just had to give up. I used all my arrows, and there was no hope. But I knew that I only had to win once, and eventually that time came. The Ender Dragon flew towards me with a speed only matched by my stroke fucking frequency. And I pulled back my bow with the strength of a well-used right arm. And then I released everywhere, all over this dragon's face, and he died, and I got him, I beat him! I beat the Ender Dragon! Yes, you could say this was the climax of my career. So I beat Minecraft with a sock, and inside of that sock was... yeah. Or was it? That's the question that you didn't know to be asking this entire time. What was really in the sock? It was my hand. My hand was in the sock. I wasn't controlling my fucking... You think so? No, actually, listen, this whole video, you've been fooled. You've been fooled. This whole video, you believed that I beat Minecraft with my... But no, I didn't. This isn't even a real sock. No, it is a real sock. No. Look at that. Look at that. You think that's fucking... You think that's real? You think that's real? You're looking at this and you're thinking, oh, yeah, that makes sense just because there's some fucking wires? No. That thing doesn't work. That doesn't do anything. I plugged it in and it nearly set on fire. It started smoking. And then I started fucking smoking too. Oh, whole cigarette in one drag. Then I blow it in your face. And guess what? You're 6 years old. And you say to me, I don't like it when you blow smoke in my face. And then I say, is it illegal? Why? Because the same thing happened to me when I was younger. Not important. That isn't real. And you got dicked down. Sorry.